Hi, Mercy Kids. Welcome. I'm so glad you're with me today. I'm Julie Bodurtha, and I'm excited to tell you another story from our Frolic Preschool Bible. This story is about a miracle that Jesus performed. Do you know what a miracle is? Can anyone tell me what a miracle is? Well, a miracle is something, an event or an action, something that happened that's so unusual. It's so unexpected. You can't describe how it happened. You can't figure it out. This is one of Jesus's miracles, and this is one of the miracles that he performed about food. Do you guys like food? Does anyone out there like food? I bet you do. What are your favorite foods? Can you shout out what your favorite foods are to eat? What is the favorite thing you like to eat? I bet there's some fun, exciting, tasty things that you guys love. Maybe pizza or mac and cheese or donuts. I like donuts a lot. There are so many favorite foods. Do you guys know, though, what it feels like to be hungry? You know that feeling in your tummy when it's rumbly and you're hungry. You haven't eaten any of your favorite things in a little while. And your tummy's going, oh, feed me, feed me. It's rumbling and grumbling. What does it sound like when your tummy's rumbling? Can anyone make tummy rumbling sounds? I bet you can. Well, we're going to hear a story about Jesus feeding a crowd of people who were very hungry. Can you imagine if a whole crowd of people, their tummies are rumbling? It'd be so loud. Well, there's this whole crowd of people and they're hungry. Well, let's hear what Jesus does. This story is called Jesus Feeds a Crowd. A big crowd of people gathered to hear Jesus teach. They were very hungry, but there wasn't any food for them. Yeah, they might have been in a big field or out on a hill, and there was no food nearby. There were no restaurants. They were out listening to Jesus teach, and their stomachs were starting to grumble. What will we do? One disciple asked Jesus. Say, look, you can hear his tummy's rumbling too. I can share my lunch, said a boy. I have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Well, that's not enough for all these people, another disciple said. That's a classic response right there. Jesus smiled at the boy and held the food. He blessed the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish. That means he prayed over it and he blessed it. Then the disciples began to pass out the boy's lunch. There was enough for everyone, even leftovers. What? Everyone in the crowd saw Jesus' miracle. Jesus' miracles teach us about sharing. Yeah, Jesus blessed the food and shared it. We can give thanks to God for our food. Let's think about this story a little bit. The little boy, he shared what he had. I love that in this story, the little boy came and said, I have something to share. I have something to share, right? But how did the disciples respond when the little boy came and shared his lunch? What did he have again? He had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, right? But he said, hey, I've got this. I've got this lunch. I can share it. But what did the disciples say when they saw the lunch that he brought? Do you remember? They said, that's not enough. That's not enough. This isn't enough. Do we ever do that? Do we ever say, this isn't enough. This isn't what I want. I want something different. I want more. Do we do that sometimes? Yeah. But we can give thanks to God for the food that we have. We can give thanks to God for what we have. Just like Jesus, he blessed. He blessed the food that the little boy brought. He blessed that lunch. And then it was enough. He shared it. It was enough for everyone because Jesus blessed it and prayed over it. We can give thanks to God for our food. We're going to talk about, I'm going to pray in a little bit, but I want to encourage you this week. Praying, does anybody pray at home before you eat your food, before you eat dinner? Do you guys do that at home? I want to encourage all of you Mercy Kids out there. Praying before you eat, this is a great way to practice praying, to practice talking to God, to pray before you eat. So one of the things I want you to practice this week is pray for your food. Thank God for your food. You can have a little conversation with God before you eat and say, thank you for the food that I'm about to eat. Thank you for my mom or dad who put it together. You can say thank you to God for the food. And this is a great way to practice praying to God. So I want you to try that this week. And I'm so glad you were with me today. And I'm going to pray as we finish up our time. Dear God, thank you for our food. Our food makes us strong and happy. And thank you for Jesus that teaches us about miracles and about what you can do with the things that we bring. Lord, thank you that we can bring our gifts to you and you can use them. Amen. I love you, Mercy Kids. It's so good to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.